Hello everyone, welcome to yoga class. My name is Taylor. I will be guiding you through class today. As always, you can go at your own pace, make it your own practice. You're at your own house, so if you need to add anything, take anything out. Also, one sec. It's always a great idea to at least have blocks handy, just in case. So today we will start at the top of our mats and just maybe take a moment to rock back and forth with your feet and just kind of get grounded through all your toes, your whole foot on both sides, so both feet grounded down into your mat. And then just working your way up the body, so engaging the legs. You can almost feel as though there is a block in between your legs. So your legs are pressing towards each other, but they're externally rotating. Core is engaged, so the belly button is going towards the spine, which you might find lengthens the spine already. Shoulders back and down and relaxed. Finding length through the back of the neck, up to the crown of the head. And then again, maybe just some shoulder rolls or anything you need to just get comfortable in this standing position. And when you're ready, feeling good, feeling stable, closing the eyes, maybe activating the hands a bit so you're just feeling energy coming out through the fingertips. If you don't like closing your eyes, just finding something to gaze at, finding that focal point. Letting go of anything you have left to do today, anything you've done, any stresses. Allowing yourself to just be here with yourself during this whole practice. Coming to your breath. Noticing how it feels today. Feeling the lips, and starting to find that breath through the nose. So inhaling to fill up, filling up the belly, filling up the front and back ribs, into the chest, finding that nice deep breath in. And then like a wave, exhaling out through the nose from the chest back down to the bottom of the belly. Again, filling up, finding that inhale. And at the top of your inhale, slowly exhaling back out. Inhaling to fill up. Exhaling to slowly release. A nice inhale through the nose. Opening the mouth, exhaling out through the mouth. Feeling the lips once again, inhaling arms to the sky, really reaching up. And exhale to fold forward, hinging at the hips, and then letting go of any tension in the neck, in the head, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no, and then yes again. Inhaling to half lift, so maybe bringing the fingers to the shins, lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Again, bringing that belly button towards the spine, so engaging the core here. A nice round of breath, inhaling to fill up. Staying here for the exhale. You can always have a little bend in the knees. Inhaling here once again, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, arms to the sky, again reaching up, maybe bringing your gaze towards the sky, and exhale to fold right back down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to plant the hands, bringing the left leg back into a low lunge. First low lunge, so if you have your blocks or books or anything like that, it might be nice just to have that extra stability to just find that long spine here. Blocks might allow you to open up the chest just a little bit more. Inner thighs pressing towards each other, pressing out through that back heel. And then maybe just rocking a little bit forward and back, side to side, checking in on those hips. Maybe you want to lengthen the leg and then rebend. finding that low lunge, taking a couple more rounds of breath here. Doing whatever you need to, any movements, or if stillness is calling, just staying nice and still, keeping the legs active, and continuing to find some length through that spine. And slowly beginning to bring that back knee down to the mat. Inhaling to really open up the chest here, sinking into the hips. And exhale to lengthen through that right leg, toes towards the sky. Again, with as much of a bend in the knee as you need as you fold into a little half split here. Again, inhaling to rebend at that knee, opening up the chest, sinking into the hips. And exhale to lengthen and fold. Always thinking about the hips here as you go through these two motions, inhaling to open up. You might have to bring that left hip forward a bit, right hip back. So just checking in, doing those body scans, maybe keeping the eyes closed, allowing yourself to focus in. So again, one more inhale to open up the chest. Exhale to lengthen in your half split and fold. Inhaling to rebend, bringing your hands down to the mat, lifting that back knee off of the mat, bringing the right foot to meet the left in plank, staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Can always lower the knees down to the ground. We're just building up some heat in the body. Fingers are spread wide. We're pressing through the palms and knuckles. Again, pressing out through those heels, gazing a few inches past the fingertips. Keeping that core engaged, but also just keeping the whole body engaged here. One more inhale to fill up. And with your whole exhale, slowly lowering down to the ground, keeping the elbows nice and close, untucking the toes, inhaling to open up the chest, baby cobra, so maybe lifting your hands off of the mat, really focusing on your strength, your flexibility. One more inhale like this, pressing into those feet, pressing into the pelvis area. And exhale to release. Coming into tabletop, tucking the toes under, right into down dog. First down dog, we're only going to be here for a couple rounds of breath, but as always, feel free to pedal out the feet, go to the tippy toes and back down. Whatever you need to really bring that belly towards the thighs, maybe as much of a bend as you need in the knees, pressing the ground away with your hands, shaking the head, letting go of any and all tension. Gazing forward, a nice bend in the knees, walk, maybe even hop to the front of the mat. Inhaling to half lift, exhaling to fold. Inhaling, arms to the sky, maybe a gentle heart opener, just shifting your weight, your hips forward, opening the chest towards the sky. Inhaling to lift back to mountain, exhale to fold forward. Inhale to half lift, exhale, plant the hands, right leg back, low lunge. Again, maybe grab and hold onto these blocks for the first low lunge. Shifting your weight forward, back, side to side, checking in on the hips, finding your low lunge. Few more rounds of breath. Feel free to close the eyes. Sometimes I like to just shift my weight forward on the right toes and then really press into that heel, checking in on that right hip flexor. And slowly lowering your back knee down to the mat, inhaling to open that chest up, and exhale to lengthen through the left leg and fold. Again, left leg does not need to be completely straight. Just going through these two motions, getting some fluid into the hip joint, inhaling to bend and open up the chest. Exhale to lengthen through the left leg and fold. Closing the eyes, body scans. Next time you have your front knee bent, staying there. Bringing your hands so they're on the mat once again. Back knee off of the mat, left foot meets right. Inhaling in your plank. Exhale to slowly lower down, hovering off of the mat, and then your choice for cobra or up dog. Wherever you are, staying here for an inhale, staying here for an exhale, really opening up the chest, inhaling to fill up, and exhale to down dog. A nice inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Lowering the knees down to the mat, coming into tabletop, untucking the toes. Fingers are spread wide still here. On our inhale, bringing the belly down towards the mat, opening up the chest, finding your cow pose. Exhale to find cat, bringing the chin towards the chest, feeling that space between the shoulders. Inhaling to open up. Exhale to round. Again, you can maybe find some side stretches here. Finding any organic movements to add in with your cat-cow. Make it your own. Work out any of your kinks that you're feeling. And then slowly coming back into that neutral tabletop in your next round of breath. Tucking your back toes under, lifting your knees just a couple inches off of the mat, so finding a hovering tabletop, feeling that core engaged, trying to keep the head as an extension of the spine here. One more inhale, exhaling to our down dog, maybe finding stillness right off the bat in this down dog. Inhaling right leg towards the sky, keeping the pinky toe facing down towards the ground, so hips are squared. One more inhale like this. Exhale, knee towards nose, coming into a low lunge. Lowering the back knee down to the mat. Inhaling to open up, so opening up the chest. Exhale to lengthen and fold in your half split. And inhale in your half split to find just a bit more length through the spine. Exhale to fold forward. Slowly rebending at that front knee, lifting the back knee off of the mat, finding warrior two legs. So back toes are facing towards the long edge of the mat. Feet are perpendicular, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And then we'll keep that right hand outside of the right foot, so you can grab hold of a block if you'd like, as we inhale our left arm towards the sky, coming into extended side angle here. Really trying to open up, maybe checking in on the hips, seeing if we can roll that left hip open just a bit more. Shoulders are stacked here. Maybe checking in on that right knee. Sometimes it likes to wobble in, so really keeping it pressed against that right arm here. So the knee is aligned with the ankle. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhaling to lift up to your warrior two, making any adjustments here, trying to get the shoulders stacked onto the hips. Really nice bend in that front knee. Breathing here, maybe gazing over those right fingertips, closing the eyes, getting a little bit deeper, relaxing the shoulders. Lengthening through that front leg, reversing your triangle. So maybe bringing your left hand to your left leg or behind the back as you reach that right arm up and back, finding that side stretch in this reverse triangle. Inhaling to lift back up. Exhale to rebend that front knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to reverse your triangle. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale to rebend that front knee. Staying here. Couple more rounds of breath, maybe finding a little bit more of a bend in that front knee. Inhaling here. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down to the mat, finding a low lunge, planting the left hand onto the mat, inhaling right arm towards the sky. Option to come to the outer side of both your feet as you bring your hips towards the ground and your right hand towards the back of your mat. Slowly lifting back into that twist, inhaling there. Exhaling to a runner's lunge, so both hands inside of the right foot here. Wrist and shoulders aligned. Couple rounds of breath here, keeping the legs nice and engaged. Meeting in a malasana squat. So bringing that left foot forward, a little turn out to the feet. Maybe your whole foot is on the mat. Maybe you're on the balls of your feet. Maybe you'd like a block underneath your sits bones for more of a supportive malasana. Elbows to the inner thighs, link through the spine, breathing here. Inhaling to fill up. And a nice smooth exhale. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Slowly bringing your hands down towards the ground, lifting that tailbone towards the sky. Feet are back to hip width distance apart. An inhale to half lift and an exhale to fold. Option for toe lock, so bringing your peace fingers, your middle finger and your pointer finger underneath the big toe with as much of a bend in your knees as you need. Thumb on top, an inhale to half lift, and an exhale to bring those elbows out towards the side as you fold forward, finding space between the shoulders and ears, and using that big toe as a lever to just try and get your torso, your belly a bit closer to your legs, your thighs. Breathing here, letting go of the tension in the neck. Inhaling to half lift, releasing any toe lock that you have. And exhale through a vinyasa or straight to down dog. We will meet in down dog, however you'd like to get there. Full breaths. And when you get to your down dog, and inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, left leg towards the sky. Again, pinky toe down towards the ground, so hips are nice and squared. One more inhale like this. Exhale, knee towards nose, coming into your low lunge. Staying here for a moment, and then lowering back knee down to the mat. Inhale to open up the chest, keeping that bend in the front knee. Exhale to lengthen and fold into your half split. And inhale in your half split, finding length. Exhale to refold. Slowly rebending your front knee, lifting the back knee off of the mat, finding your warrior two legs, keeping that left hand outside of the left foot, maybe finding a block as you inhale the right arm towards the sky. Checking in on that front knee, making any adjustments to your stance here. Really opening up your chest towards the sky, towards the side, maybe even a little bit towards the sky. And keeping the legs as they are, inhaling to lift up to your warrior two, making any adjustments that you need to, maybe closing the eyes, deepening the stance a bit, finding that breath. Think core engagement here. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale to lengthen through both legs. Exhale to reverse your triangle, whichever variation you're feeling. Right hand to the right leg, right hand behind the back. Reaching that left arm up and back. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale to rebend your front knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to reverse your triangle. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Staying here. One more round of breath. And inhale to fill up. Exhale to cartwheel the hands. Low lunge, right hand stays planted as you lift the left arm to the sky. Option to stay here or come to the outside of both of your feet as you begin to sink the hips a bit, bringing that left hand towards the back of the mat. If it doesn't feel good, always take a step back. Lifting on an inhale back to that twist. Exhale into a runner's lunge, so both hands inside of the left foot this time. Few rounds of breath here, keeping the legs active. And we'll meet in a Malasana squat once again. Right leg comes forward. Finding that length, finding that openness. If you want to have something a bit more active, we can always try out crow during this time, so staying in your Malasana squat. Or if you'd like to try out crow, you can bring your hands so your wrists are aligned with your shoulders. Begin to lift out up through the tailbone with as much of a bend as you need in your knees. And then we'll bend at the elbows a bit just to create a shelf. And we'll go to the tippy toes, trying to get the knees as high up towards the armpit as we can. Fingers are spread wide, so we're pressing through the palms, pressing through the knuckles. And then just begin to shift your weight forward. Maybe just getting one foot off of the mat. Maybe both feet. Breathing here. And then coming out of it whenever you'd like. Couple more rounds of breath wherever you are. See where you can go. Find your edge. Remembering to breathe. We'll meet back in our Malasana, lifting the tailbone towards the sky. Again, a forward fold, inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold. This time planting the right hand onto the mat or a block, bending at the right knee, inhaling the left arm towards the sky. One more inhale and exhale to fold. Switching sides, left hand on a block or the mat as we inhale our right arm to the sky, a bend in that left knee. Maybe gazing up at the right fingertips. And on your next exhale, slowly folding forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Weight into the left foot. Inhaling to a one-legged mountain, arm towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as you bring the right foot to the left thigh, finding your figure four. So the right foot is still nice and flexed. And then finding a focal point, using your breath. Slowly beginning to bend into that left knee, keeping the chest open. And then whenever you feel a sensation, whenever you're ready to stop, finding that sweet spot and then breathing into it. Slowly beginning to lift up on the inhale, keeping your hands at heart center. We're gonna find our warrior three. So just bringing that right leg back, trying to stay aligned from the crown of the head to the foot. Maybe you wanna bring your hands to your hips to keep them nice and aligned. But again, the right pinky toe is facing down towards the ground, chest is open. If you get parallel to the ground, awesome. But just work on alignment over depth. Couple more breaths. You can maybe bring your arms beside you. Maybe find a full expression, bringing your arms out in front of you. See where you can go. It's okay if you fall out of it. We're gonna meet in a standing split. So whenever you've had enough, bringing your hands down to the ground. Again, keeping those hips squared, so it might mean that your right leg goes down a bit. But that's okay, because that means everything is aligned. Maybe practicing a little bit of extra balance, left hand to the left leg or both hands to the leg. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a low lunge. So slowly bringing that right foot down into a low lunge. And then we'll pop that back leg forward just a bit, finding pyramid. So hips are squared, back foot is pointed out in about a 45-degree angle. Inhaling to half lift and exhale to fold forward. Again, a nice inhale, finding a half lift. And an exhale to fold right back down. Right foot meets the left at the front of the mat. Inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, arms to the sky, maybe a slight back bend if you're feeling it, opening up the chest. Inhale to lengthen arms back towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Weight into the right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Finding that focal point on your exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Left foot to the right thigh, figure four. Sinking into the hips, keeping the chest open. Finding that focal point. Finding your edge on this side, which could be completely different than the other side. And on an inhale, lifting up, keeping hands to heart center, slowly transitioning to your warrior three. Again, maybe checking in on the hips, keeping that lifted left leg engaged, foot flexed, chest open. Alignment over depth in your warrior three. And if you're feeling comfortable, maybe bring the arms beside you, or extending the arms out in front. And then when you've played enough, finding your standing split on this side. Hips are nice and squared. Maybe some extra balance, right hand to the right leg or both hands. Couple more rounds of breath. We'll slowly transition to our low lunge, left leg down. Popping that left leg forward just a bit, finding our pyramid, so a little turnout with that left foot. Inhaling to half lift. Exhale to hinge and fold. Again, inhale to half lift and exhale to fold. Left foot meets the right at the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale to fold right back down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to tuck and curl. So coming onto the balls of the feet, bend in the knees, belly meets the thighs, maybe wrapping your arms around your legs, maybe keeping your arms out in front of you. Slowly coming down onto the sits bones and onto your back. Bringing both knees into chest for a moment, a little rock from side to side. And then extending the left leg forward, keeping that right knee in towards chest. Maybe bringing the right knee towards the right armpit, but keeping the left leg engaged here, so both legs are engaged. Everything's still active. One more inhale like this. Exhaling to your twist. So we'll bring that right leg over to the left. Your choice, if you'd like to keep the knee bent, maybe you want to lengthen the right leg. Maybe you want to cross the right leg over the left, finding kind of crisscross. Wherever you are, whatever variation you decide on, keeping both shoulders nicely onto the mat. And then maybe gazing over out to the right fingertips, if it feels good. Think length with your inhales, a little bit of a deeper twist with your exhales. When you're ready, slowly coming back to center, both knees in towards chest once again. A little rock from side to side, massaging that low back. And then extending the right leg out in front, keeping the left knee in towards the chest. Maybe bringing that left knee towards the left armpit. Checking in on that right leg, noticing if you're just letting it hang out there, and if so, maybe just engaging it a bit more. One more inhale like this, and an exhale to your twist on this side. So whatever variation you're feeling for this side, again, both shoulders on the mat, maybe gazing over at the left fingertips, making any and all adjustments. And when you're ready, inhaling to center, knees towards chest one last time. Maybe bringing the forehead towards the knees, filling up, inhaling here, pausing at the top of the inhale for a moment to just notice how it all feels, your body, your mind, to just be in stillness in the breath. And when you're ready, a nice big exhale to release into your final relaxation posture. So if you're not really feeling corpse pose, then entering into any final relaxation posture that suits you today. Making any adjustments, maybe wiggling at the shoulders a bit. Maybe bringing your palms towards the sky, or maybe keeping your palms face down towards the ground. Making any adjustments in the legs or the hips. Relaxing the jaw, the mouth. Maybe one last inhale to fill up. Exhaling out through the mouth. Letting go of anything that you're holding on to. And as always, I will leave you here so you can have as much time as you have available to be in this meditative posture. So stay here, take your time to reawaken your body and your mind, and have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.